People would be willing to pay thousands of dollars on programs that promise to teach them how to establish the money machine of their fantasies, with the delusion that all they have to do is turn it on, relax, and the money will start flowing in while they sip cocktails on a beach. As you might assume, this isn't the case. In today's video, we'll discuss the difference between a scam and passive income so you don't suffer the same fate. If you're new to Usable Wisdom, be sure to subscribe for more content that will jumpstart your pursuit of great wealth. The problem with passive income. Rich Dad, Poor Dad was one of the top books on financial education on the market when Robert Kiyosaki published it in 1997. It was an excellent place to begin for those interested in self-education. The book's basic concept is that the poor and middle classes work for money, while the wealthy make money work for them. While this is technically correct in some cases, it does not provide a complete picture. The statement, "make money work for you," is both alluring and deceptive. It is presumptively assumed that A, you have a large sum of money on hand, and B, there are opportunities to 10x your money with very little work all over the place. For those who are broke or have bad credit, Kiyosaki's concept of passive income is prohibitive. It's not poor advice, it just isn't applicable to the majority of individuals. Over time, people became increasingly interested in the whole passive income concept. It's a perfect answer in their minds, simply too good to pass up. Do a little now and generate money as you sleep for the rest of your life. However, like with most things in life, if it appears too good to be true, it almost certainly is. Let's examine the definition. Passive income is a source of money in which you do not actively engage. To put it another way, if you do nothing, money will come to you. Because the word was mostly marketed by malicious people, the definition is a little hazy and loose. Even state regulators cannot decide what passive income is and how it should be taxed. The multi-billion-dollar online financial education industry is mostly founded on nonsense and false promises, with the term passive income serving as its crowning glory. It contains all of the necessary elements. There are no prerequisites. Anyone can work from the comfort of their own home. However, you must first understand the concept of passive income in order to avoid being sold false promises. The only real passive income. Investing and real estate are the only two revenue streams that nearly match the concept of passive income. That's it. And those are the only two main things that will allow you to earn money with no effort on your behalf. In terms of investing, it's simple. You buy a piece of a company at its current valuation in the hopes that the company and your share of it will grow in the future. You then sell the stock for a profit. And that's pretty much it. The subject is undoubtedly more complex, but that is the basic idea. Real estate follows the same principles. You acquire something today with the exception of it increasing in value in the future, and then you sell it for a profit. Apart from the act of purchasing the asset, these are the two ways to earn passive income with little to no effort on your part. Anything else isn't considered passive revenue. The main issue with the term passive income is that it's often used interchangeably with revenue streams, which are assumed to be quite simple to create. Passive income versus revenue. A passive revenue stream does not exist. In fact, the exact opposite is true. Building solid revenue streams is a lot more difficult and requires a lot of effort. Nobody will just hand it to you. Consider renting as an example. Buying a house and renting it out to others is the most foolproof approach to generating a money stream. The fact that it has both sides of the coin is why it works so well. The first is that your property will appreciate in value over time. The second is that you make rent. But just because it's straightforward doesn't imply it's simple. You must first have the necessary funds to purchase the home. Then you'll need to be familiar with the local housing market. Then you must invest actively to make it rental ready. Then you must determine the optimum rental return on your investment. Is Airbnb a good option in your neighborhood? Are university students looking for long-term housing? Then you'll need to hire someone to look after the property. The list just goes on, and it's far longer than you might think. This is only a summarized version of the whole concept. As you can see, creating a cash stream necessitates a significant amount of time and effort on your behalf, particularly in the beginning. It's the polar opposite of passive behavior. Your involvement will eventually be limited to routine maintenance, but there's still a long way to go. One other thing to bear in mind is that you will receive no money while establishing this revenue stream, which may take anywhere from a few months to a few years. Now, we're not trying to scare you. We simply want to make sure you fully understand how things are supposed to work, so you don't repeat the same mistakes that countless others do every day. Now it's time to move on to the next section. Let's have a look at the different kinds of revenue streams and how to create them. For ease of comprehension, we'd want to divide this into 3 parts. Number 1, volume-based. This would be the simplest type of revenue stream, and it comprises everything you created for a third party to sell on your behalf. Consider stock websites, which people develop for others to utilize via a third party. You can get a share of the cost every time someone downloads your material. This model is heavily quantitative. For example, if you're a photographer, you'll need hundreds of high-quality photographs to post on these platforms. The more material you offer, the more likely someone will buy anything you created and pay you a commission. And because there's almost no barrier to entry, you'll be competing with other photographers who are uploading hundreds of photographs as well. This may be a viable option in low-income countries with limited job possibilities. However, keep in mind that most websites charge between 20% and 60% royalties. You'll be making pennies selling images for as low as $1. 2. Premium shared revenue. This model is similar to the first in that it emphasizes quality above quantity. Consider Masterclass, where industry leaders teach pupils the subtleties of their trade. There's no space for trash here. Either you're excellent at what you do, or you're out. This is a fantastic opportunity for those with transferable skills to educate others. If you excel at something, teaching others how to do it is an excellent next step. And 3. Full ownership. You use technology to create a product that you completely own and sell to a huge audience. To put it another way, setting up a business. After all, a business is fundamentally a money source for yourself, and creating a business is the polar opposite of passive. To offer you a realistic reference, if you have 7 revenue streams bringing in at least $10,000 a month, you're doing quite well. Now, here are some key points to remember from this video. Investing and real estate are the closest equivalent to the definition of passive income. Anything else is referred to as an additional revenue stream, and they all need a significant amount of effort, expertise, and experience to implement. There really is no such thing as a passive revenue stream, yet they are possible to achieve, and many people do just that. Anyone can participate because the entry barrier is minimal. If you want to go for volume, look for products with the highest commission, at least 40%, and put in as much effort and study as possible. If you want to go all out, put your sweat and tears into developing the perfect learning opportunity you can for others to learn from. And if you're into establishing your own business, well, that's something to discuss further next time. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this has been an enlightening experience for you. And if you want to see more content like this, subscribe now and hit the notification bell so you'll be one of the first to see our latest uploads. See you in the next one.